The chapter is democratic rights. Now, what are the topics we need to cover? Now, first one is the Guantanamo Bay incidents we need to know. Then we need to know about fundamental rights enjoyed by the Indian citizens. Then third one, we need to know little bit about human rights commissions. Okay, and the terms from these chapters we need to know is what do you mean by claim, what is Amnesty International, what is ethnic group, fourth one what do you mean by writs, and fifth one that is what is rule of law. Now let me introduce first with the terms. Now claim means when individual demand for its own benefit, that we called claim. Okay, suppose insurance claim or anything means the entire society will not benefit from the claim. Okay, clear. So that means claim means the demand generally for individual purpose. Okay, and what do you mean by rights? Rights are generally demands that covered the entire society, means entire people in the society will benefits from the rights. Okay, and next one is Amnesty International. Amnesty International means and international organizations of human rights, they fight for human rights. Okay, but these organizations work internationally, it is an international organizations. Third one is ethnic groups. Ethnic groups means different groups. Okay, and each group shared a common culture. Example, a Bengali ethnic group, a Gujarati ethnic group, or in the terms of religion we can tell a Hindu ethnic, a Muslim ethnic. Clear, means they shared a common culture either in the base of religion or in the matter of language. Fourth one is writs. Writs means the order issued by the court. Clear. And rule of law means the laws that are written in the constitutions and the government is bound to follow it, and even its citizens, no one is above the law. That means law is ultimate, whatever the law is written, each and everyone is bound to follow. Okay, now what we need to know is about the Guantanamo Bay incident. Now first one, Guantanamo means just an island, means it is North America, this one is South America. Now you just look here, it is the Guantanamo Bay Island. Now what had happened there? In Guantanamo Bay, about 600 people were put in jail by the US force from all over the world. Now what are the purpose of their arrest? The purpose of their arrest was that means the US force had only on the basis of their suspect that those peoples are involved with the terrorist attacks that took place on World Trade Organizations. Now only on that basis of suspect they were arrested, means even those persons who were arrested were not means even informed to their family members. So thus means definitely it breaks the international law. Clear. Now another thing that even took place, when the members of the Amnesty International, means an international human rights organizations, when the members want to investigate the matters, they were not allowed to meet the arrested person in the Guantanamo Bay. However, according to the report of Amnesty International, US force had violated the human rights all over the world. Clear. So means these are the thing what you know, what you need to know. That means the Guantanamo Bay incident. And next what I will cover is about the fundamental rights. Now you just look. Now fundamental rights. Now fundamental rights are the basic rights. Generally it is needed or it is required so that an individual can express his or her inner potential. Clear. Now what are the characteristics of fundamental rights? Just remember that the main characteristics features of fundamental right is that it is enforceable by law and it is legally sanctioned. Clear. And but another thing, none of the fundamental rights are absolute. Clear. So these are the thing. Now fundamental rights what that enjoyed by the Indian citizens are right to equality, that is covering from article 14 to 18, right to equality article 19 to 22, right against exploitations article 23 to 24, right to freedom of religion article 25 to 28, cultural and educational right article 29 to 30, right to constitutional remedies article 32. Now article 31, that is right to property. Okay, before it was fundamental rights, but 44th Amendment Act in 1978 means it is removed from the fundamental rights and it is now just a legal rights. Now let me start with the fundamental rights. First one, that is right to equality. Now it is covering from article 14 to 18. The main base of this right is that all are equal before law and law will equally protect them. No discrimination should be made on the basis of religion, language, gender, caste. Clear? Means each and everyone is equal before the law. Next one, right to freedom, means it is covering from article 19 to 22. Under it is covering right to freedom of expressions, freedom of beliefs, freedom of religion, freedom of movement. Okay, now this right is covering from article 19 to 22. Okay, now next one, right against exploitations. Now right against exploitations, it is covering from article 23 to 24. Now generally three things we need to know, that is means prohibitions of forced and human trafficking. Okay, that means no one should be means bonded labor should be stopped, and buying and selling of human beings should be stopped. That is under article 23. And fourth one, that is article 24, there prohibitions of child labor. Okay, till age of 14 each and everyone should have the right to have educations. Next one, freedom of religion. Now freedom of religion means we all know that India is a secular country, and means each and every one of us are free to practice religion of our choice, and government will not interfere in the matter of religion. Okay, except if any discriminations arise, then government will interfere. Next one, cultural and educational rights. Now cultural and educational rights means generally this right is for the protections of minorities. Okay, so that minorities can protect their traditions, culture. Now for this purpose, cultural and educational rights are there. Okay, next one is right to constitutional remedies. Now under these rights, means if suppose if any of your fundamental right is getting disturbed or getting obstructed by someone or any organizations, then you can move to the court, and court can issue writs. Now writs means orders. Okay, legal order issued by the courts. Now first one, the writs which we need to know is writ of habeas corpus. That means writ of habeas corpus means it is the command that a person who has been arrested should be produced before the court, okay, within 24 hours, so that the arrested persons could give his view or his reason for his side. Next one, writ of mandamus. That means we command. Now in order to form a it is order from a court in the name of state or officers or corporations person requiring the performance of a particular duty. Suppose particular officer is not performing his duty, then through writ of mandamus, court can issue order to that person to perform that particular duty. Writ of prohibitions, generally it is the writ usually issued by the higher court to the lower court. Okay, so that the lower court should not cross its limits of jurisdictions. Clear? Next one, fourth one is writ of certiorari. Now the writ is generally this writ is issued when a matter or cause pending before an inferior court should be transmitted. Suppose a case is pending for a long time in a subdivisions court. Now state high court could issue writ of certiorari. That means that particular case should be transferred to the state high court for quick judgment. Next one, writ of quo warranto, means this the writ of this type is issued means in respect of officers of public nature and not against private individuals or institutions. Generally the main object of this writ is to prevent a person who has wrongfully usurped an office from continuing in office. Suppose any person is wrongly holding an office, okay, any government institutions, now court can issue order, okay, to remove that person. Now these are the writs you should know, and little bit what we need to know is about the fundamental duties. Now fundamental duties are added by 42nd amendment in 1976. Okay, and it is included in 51A part 4 or A of the constitutions. There are generally 11 fundamental duties. Clear? And the 11th fundamental duties was incorporated by 86 Amendment Act 2002. Okay, that means child between the age of 6 and 14 years should be provided free educations. Okay, thank you.